Gandang araw po! Ako'y nagagalak na makasama kayo, mga kabataan, mga kasapi ng Nationalist Social Democratic Society. Salamat din kay Juan Dieter Angelo Bautista sa inyong imbitasyon para magbigay ng solidarity message sa inyo. Kaisa ninyo ako sa panawagang never again, never forget, especially the Atrocities of martial law. Katulad ninyo, marami tayong pangarap nung bata pa tayo. Gusto kong maging pare, military officer at abogado. I remember it was in the mid or late 70s, a poor farmer was hung head down in front of a constabulary detachment in our sleepy town in Agusan. He was ridiculed and called many names, including putang ina ka, kauban ka sa mga komunista. I knew his wife and children were crying back home. Gusto kong maging pare to comfort and console them in that at that time of grief and sorrow. My young mind also entertained the idea of becoming a military officer. How I wished at the time to have a magic baton or commanding voice to stop or correct the abuses and evil acts of those constabulary soldiers. Or in the alternative, I wished then of becoming a lawyer to get a writ of a court to free a farmer and others who were in detention. I put some action to my wishes or dreams. I joined search teams of the Jesuits, the Mission Society of the Philippines, and diocese and vocation seminars to find my calling for the priesthoods. My father was not in favor of me becoming a priest. I took and passed the Philippine military theoretical entrance exam in 1983, but there were many more young men who were more qualified or better qualified than me. So I pursued my Bachelor of Arts and Law degrees at the Mindanao State University in the Islamic city of Marawi. One day in August 1984, I personally witnessed our Catholic chaplain, Father Michel de Higord, and two students, June Galis and Bobby Arsenal, arrested without a warrant and were brought to Camp Amay Pakpak in Marawi. They were suspected of being subversives or anti-government personalities. My resolve to be a lawyer became more intense. Martial law was formally lifted in 1981 in time for John Paul II's visit. But the human rights atrocities continue until Marcos was removed from power by the 1986 revolution. Then I worked with Father Archie Intengan, the theoretician of the Social Democrats in the Philippines at the Ateneo de Manila University, and collaborated with him in the Education Commission of the Partido Demokratiko Socialista ng Pilipinas, working with the farmers, workers, and the social movement. Later on, I moved to the Institute of Social Order and then to the Federation of Free Workers. From MSU College of Law, I transferred to the Manuel L. Quezon University School of Law to continue my studies, and I obtained my LLB degree thereat in 1997. No one can deny the horrors of martial law in the past. In May 2018, the Human Rights Victims Compensation Board said the final list consisting of 11,103 names who will receive monetary compensation was approved after a long and tedious process. Of course, there were more victims who did not apply for compensation. Others were already dead. The board was created by Republic Act number 10368, or the Human Rights Victims Reparation and Recognition Act of 2013. The board is a quasi-judicial body mandated by law to receive, evaluate, process, and investigate reparation claims made by victims of human rights violations under martial law. Other than the horror of human rights violation, in at least 3 decisions, the Supreme Court had forfeited in favor of the government some of the Marcoses' ill-gotten wealth. In Republic versus Sandigan Bayan, decided in 2003, in Marcos Jr. versus Republic, decided in 2012, and the state of Marcos and Imelda Marcos versus Republic in 2012, among others. We need to make our leaders accountable. Like all of us, they are susceptible or capable of doing good and doing evil and are morally ambivalent. As social democrats, we believe that no absolute power shall be given to any man or woman. I graduated in 1997 and passed the bar examination in the same year, and in 1998 I took my oath as a lawyer. So I think martial law, the violation of human rights during martial law, inspired me to become a lawyer. And I hope that we will not forget the atrocities that happened during martial law. Mabuhay ang mga kabataan, mabuhay ang Nationalist Social Democratic Society, mabuhay ang sambayanang Pilipino. Ito po si Attorney Sunny Matula, ang Pangulo ng Federation of Free Workers at ang Chairperson ng Nagkaisa Labor Coalition. Magandang araw po ulit sa inyong lahat.